Hey guys, so I'm a little bit behind in doing this reading for you guys. So I'm going to do a little tiny bit of a general thing first because I feel like there's a bit of a general message coming through and then go into the individual card. So I'm going to do a card for everybody because this is the end of the month, and then as of next month we're moving into a whole new energy, like in the greater world as well, just saying that, but also in this space as well, and you're in this membership space. So generally, I haven't felt like it's been the right time to do the reading, but I've woken up this morning, like I was feeling a bit tired, a little bit sort of scattered myself, but I've got a really blocked throat chakra. And what I'm coming to find now is when I'm sort of putting out there what I need to do, and one of the things that I need to do is to say something. There's something that's meant to come out and it wasn't the right time. Something wasn't aligned for it to be the right time. And I'm getting this on a more personal level for someone. This could be everybody, it could be just one person. I'm not sure here. I'll have to dive in. But I'm getting that it's like something that you've put out there. Like you want something, you're doing something. You're now meant to just sort of hold off for a minute because the physical world is now aligning to meet you where you are. And so the focus area now, this is going to sound quite strange. A lot of people think when they're manifesting something, so someone's trying to manifest something or they're doing some inner work, they're like really trying to shift from a particular spot into something else. And I'm getting that probably for everybody, if I'm really honest, myself included. What I'm getting now is you've put it out there, you've done the work. Now you're embodying the stuff that you need to embody. You're maybe doing some new routines, new habits. You're becoming the version of you that you need to be in order for what you want to be attracted back to you. So the time's not quite right. It's kind of like I'm seeing a cocoon and like the butterfly. You're not quite there yet. And I'm kind of seeing this. Don't take this the wrong way. But the hungry caterpillar is the first thing that's popping into mind at the moment. I'm really feeling that, like, before it even gets into its cocoon, it has a little bit of a binge eat, and it's kind of like feels really not grounded and just like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then there's a little period where I feel sick. If you've ever read, if you haven't, go and read it. It's quite a cute book. I know I've read it a couple of times to my son. We're at the library. But I'm getting that. So I feel like you're kind of in the stage where now you're just sort of like prepping. There's something that's happening that's prepping. Your body's prepping for something because the non-physical world has already got the memo. The non-physical is fully aware of what's going on. Like your energy has already been like put out there. You are vibrating and you are like attracting all that back to you. But in in the physical world, in this realm, what's happening is things are aligning. You're going to need to shift. So it's kind of like if you kept moving now, you wouldn't be in alignment. You wouldn't be on the same path because things haven't aligned to come back to meet you where you are. That might be just for someone. That could just be for everyone. I'm not sure. And the focus now is, like I said, just really reiterating that when you are working to manifest what you want, you are becoming the version of you that you need to be in order to be able to sustain what you want. So an example of this and where I can relate would be like, if I want to have a business that's fully self-sustainable and successful or whatever, I need to get like confident in wearing the hats that I would need to wear in order to be that person, which is what I'm doing. And I feel this is not just for me. This feels general. This is something for someone else as well. It's like maybe you want to be someone who is like, I don't know, fit and healthy, running marathons. That's just an example. I'll generalize it for a little while and then we'll go specific. But you can't just wake up and be a marathon runner the next day. There is a process. And I feel like you're in that process. You're rejecting it. Okay, so I'm getting like a little bit of like burps and a little bit of reflux here. This is just coming on. And as you guys know, I'm an intuitive reader and like do everything intuitive, and I take everything that's happening to be a part of this reading. So there's a level of rejection, and that's where the discomfort is coming from. Okay, so there might be some health challenges going on at the moment. There might be just up in your head just going, this isn't going to work, it's not happening, I'm not seeing any results, and you're getting tired and like a little bit disheartened. But like I said, something's coming into balance. Something is definitely coming into balance. I cannot stress that enough. It just means that you're co-creating with the universe, source, God, however you like to think of it, whatever that energy is for you. You are co-creating. So you got to remember you're co-creating. It's not fully on you. Yes, you play a major part because everything that you think and you put out there in the way that you carry yourself through life, your vibration, like who you are at an absolute core is like your vibration. You're made up of energy. You are literally made up of energy. So how you carry yourself energetically is ultimately what you attract back to. It's not necessarily what you want. When we say we want something and we're trying to manifest it, it's actually quite a needy energy. Usually what happens is the opposite if we're not in that space. Okay, yeah. All right. So the next sort of stage, so the challenge that you're facing and what's going to help you, the general to move through this. I'm just getting my cards out and see what feels right here. Yeah, okay. So this is a message quite general, but I feel like it's relevant for everybody to some degree. So not only is it not the right time, not only do I feel like there's still a need to speak up, so need to speak up, but maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it's about letting things just align and sort of settle in its own way and let yourself be a co-creator with the universe. Just know that you are a part of the process, but there's also a lot that's happening in the background for you and for your highest good and the highest good of everybody involved. At the moment, you are in the energy, so your vibration, what I'm getting, where like generally where you're at is maybe a bit of a like positive or lack, poverty or lack mindset is at play here, 100%. And it's like this feeling like juggling a lot of things, and then as a result of that, it's really hard to be present with what you've got where you're at. It's kind of like you're wanting to be somewhere else, so it's really hard to sort of just accept the version of you are as you go through the transformation. There's a transformation happening and the opportunities are coming in so that can happen. So it's like everything you want is aligning for you, and it's aligning for you because there is an element of shadow work that needs to happen. Now we've got the Devil card come up, but it is not throwing off the energy at all for me, at all. If anything, it's breaking away from being controlled by your shadow self. And now shadow, people like, oh, that's dark and dingy. No, shadow can even be like, say there's a creative, playful version of you that as a kid you were like right into that, but everyone was really serious, so you tapped out of that completely and you suppress that version of you. Like, you could be, really funny or like something really positive, that integrating that into your personality now would be really beneficial. It would mean you'll be feeling more authentic, more in touch with who you truly are. And so this is all aligning to throw you off balance, making you think that, you're all on your own and stuff like that, to help bring those raw parts of you out. Now, I am realizing now, this is going to sound really strange, but the most authentic version I see of myself and is when I'm ridiculously tired. And I'm ridiculously tired a lot of the time. And I feel this is relevant. I feel like someone needs to hear this. When I'm tired, I don't have a filter. And so I can be really sarcastic. I can just take the piss out of everything myself. And I kind of don't take life as seriously. And then I hit a switch and then I just go the complete opposite. I'm emotional and I'm crying and I can't cope and I really think I can't do anything right and that kind of thing. And I feel like that's happening for somebody at the moment. And this is an opportunity to move you closer to being that version, because something that you've suppressed along the journey is actually really good to be integrated into your current personality, your current characteristic. It's gonna be a bit more authentic, because there's versions of you mask and you hide from showing the world, but in actual fact, that's what's going to help you build stronger connection. And if it's something that you're doing in the background, it could be job, same thing. You can't be your true self because you haven't been able to fully allow that to come through. So that's general. So I don't know who that one's for. I was gonna say I'm including this collective, so it could just be me, and the message today is to share something that helps you relate. I'm not sure, but let's go a bit more specific. So I'm gonna, because this is a private space and this doesn't go anywhere, I am gonna say names. If you don't want me to do that, let me know. But I'm not going to share anything that's too personal. If it comes through and I'm feeling guided to, sounds really strange. Like, I'm not going to filter, but I'm also very mindful, that we don't want our personal business everywhere. But just, I don't know, I'm just getting names. Okay. All right, the first person I want to tune into now, is there any messages for the highest good of Vari and everybody involved? What does Vari need to hear right now about her specific message? I really want that one. Okay. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Feeling blocked. I've got the 2 of Wands in reverse here, so that for me is like feeling blocked, like there's opportunities out there but they're not necessarily for you. Maybe you're feeling really inspired and like there's something that you want to sort of move into, but it doesn't feel like it's an option for you. So maybe on a surface level, I'm just getting talk. So you might be like voicing something, like voicing it, but deep down, like in terms of like what you are storing in your inner world, there's a whole other inner world going on that like you're not fully aware of, that is completely not on the same page. A lot of rejection. So that might have been where the rejection was coming from as well. I'm getting that back again, which is, just coming on, and it's not something that I myself am dealing with at the moment. It goes away once I tap out. So I'm getting here as well, I don't know whether it's you or there's someone around you, but I've got this energy of a win at all costs. I've got the 5 of Swords here. That's often a card of conflict, and I think in this particular situation, it could actually be the self-sabotaging version of you. So in terms of the integration and the shadow aspect, if it's not someone that's manifested around you that's playing out this particular energy type, it's like I want to sort of succeed in everything, and I want to look after me first and foremost. If it's an aspect of yourself, it's likely childhood wounds coming up where you're made to feel like, dog eat dog world, I need to look after my needs and stuff like that. But there's a part of you that completely rejected that and did the complete opposite. It's like, okay, well, hold on. No, I can't put myself first. I'm going to put everyone else first. I'm going to worry about everyone else. And then as a result of that version of you that was trying to protect you is being suppressed and now coming up full force and talking to you through your body. You're getting symptoms and stuff like that. I'm getting something very specific to the mouth at the moment. That sounds really strange, but I'm just feeling something in the mouth, like a weird taste. I'm not sure what that is. But I'm feeling, if it is someone outside of you, this energy is not going to last. I can't put that in any other words. It's a temporary thing. It's whilst you are discovering this version of you or integrating this version of you, it's present, because that's where the focus is, where focus goes, energy flows. That's what I think is happening at the moment, because something's got the hierarchy here. Something's coming to balance. It's kind of like the shadow aspects of you and the little inner battle you're having in your head on a very subconscious and a lot of this I don't even think you're aware of, to be honest, if this is something that's happening internally. And in all honesty, if it's happening externally, it's happening internally. That's a guarantee. But there's a lot of rejection. And now, because there's a level of rejection, there's going to be a level of balance trying to manifest itself. That sounds a bit strange, but energy is energy, and we're made up of energy, and we manifest what's going on in our internal world and our external world. And now what's happening now, your most purest need at the moment is to come into balance. So if you yourself are having a difficult time seeing that inner world, or connecting with that inner world, your spirit, your soul is manifesting, your energy is manifesting in the external world to give you a scenario that's workable. Okay, and that's what you need to know as well. So even though stuff happens outside of our control, sometimes we actually project that out into our external experience so that we can see it like a movie in front of us and be like, aha, that makes sense. I don't like what that person's doing, so I'm going to get some boundaries in place now with that person. But what's actually happening is you're starting to realize, well, actually, I don't have the boundaries within myself with what I tolerate. That's what I'm getting for you, big time. So I'm not sure if you have any specific questions. I was going to say, please feel free to get in touch if you want any confirmation, clarification, or there's something specific, like, you know, before the end of the month I want to try and get some nice clear, there's so few people in this space, so even the generals are going to be a lot clearer, I would imagine. But yeah, I hope this helps you, Vari. You are a beautiful soul, and you know, sometimes I think you think it on a conscious level, but maybe your internal world, you've got a bit of a battle going on there. Alright, I'm going to move now to Amanda. Let's have a little bit of a look and see what's going on here. Hope you're going well. It's good to see you at the medical centre the other day. So what does Amanda need to know for her highest good and for the highest good of everyone involved? Where's she at on her journey now? Okay, that general message is likely got something to do with you, because a lot of the cards are coming out and I'm seeing them as well. Okay, Amanda, you are in a stage in your life, this is what I'm getting now, where you are, I'm going to say being halted. Not halted in a bad way, like just sort of like, you know, the universe is sort of aligning. The way that you're going to come into a balance is to halt you, because going forward isn't in the highest good for you or anyone around you, and going backwards is certainly not in the best interest of anybody. So there's a pause. There's a pause so that your energy can come into balance, and your energy is coming to balance absolutely 100%, because that previous general message is coming up for you big time. Is there's a part of you that needs to be integrated into your character so that you feel whole. Okay, so it might feel like you are just hitting a wall, hitting blocks, and just whatever's going on for you. I'm seeing snakes like big time at the moment. I'm not sure why. I can dive into that a little bit more if you want some clarification, but I'm getting snake energy. Snake energy is not a bad thing. It's shedding skin. A lot of people will say, oh, you're seeing snakes in dreams. It means that you've got someone really horrible around you. Not necessarily. I mean, snakes are actually very sacred, and like when we look into it from an esoteric kind of perspective, it's, you know, their entire existence is shedding skin and moving through, and more often than not a snake won't, like, I'm a little bit scared of snakes, I'm going to be honest. Like, the human side of me is very aware of what they're capable of, but when you like watch anything about people that are trained in handling them, stuff like that, they're quite like, they handle them in a very specific way, because snakes, yes, can be dangerous and they can be lethal. Like when they bite you, it can be lethal, but more often than not, they don't go and hunt. They wouldn't go and hunt like particular species. It's more of a defense mechanism. And for some reason, I feel like there's a part of you that needs to be integrated, that is your defense mechanism. So at the moment, there's a bit of self-imploding, a little bit of self-sabotage, and maybe like focusing all that on yourself. And like when you're defending, it's all happening internal. There's something external that you need to like deal with. And you're breaking away from something where there's a bit of coercion and a little bit of I'm getting something to do with music. Are you listening to particular music at the moment? It's resonating on a level. That's your spiritual team coming through for you as well. So the music is what is able to get through at the moment. I'm just getting that. That's what's coming through. I'm not sure why, but if there's particular songs, so if you're just like going to the shop and there's like a song in the background, or you're getting in the car and it's on the radio and stuff like that. Nothing is a coincidence. So pay attention to the music, because it's going to help break you free. It's going to help bring you awareness and help you shift your vibration. And the reason why it's happening is because there's something that you're doing on the internal world. You're sitting a bit more vulnerably with yourself, and you're coming to a little bit of a head on something. I'm not sure what that is, but you've got a foot in your emotions and a foot out. You're kind of starting to get a little bit of a handle on it, even if it doesn't feel it, okay? Energetically, you're getting a feel of something. But this, like with music, I want you to think of it like this. When we raise our vibration, or our consciousness expands. So that's the whole idea about like evolving and growing, and you know, going back to that caterpillar. So we might be binge eating, we might be like doom scrolling and stuff like that. We might be really coping, you know, in unhealthy ways. But usually when we're really dedicated to it and we're shifting, on the other side of that is transformation, okay? But when we're in the nitty gritty, it's murky, it's yuck, it doesn't feel nice. And I feel that's what's going on for you at the moment. You might be in that. But as a result of that, something's going to come through. It's kind of like a snap might happen. I'm being reminded now, my team are reminding me of, like, for example, just to give you an example, I'm only bringing my story into it because I feel like it's going to help explain it. When I was in the military, I was like really soft, naive, just, you know, wouldn't stand up for myself at all. But then after like months and months and months of like targeted abuse, like singled out, just hammered, day in, day out, 24/7, I snapped, and for the first time in my life, I actually spoke back and I stood up for myself, shaking, tears, like dribbling, like completely terrified of what the repercussions would be. But I just went like, nah, fuck you, rah. And I've never in my life done that. But that experience, I put myself in that experience on a soul level. Now that I've dived into that a little bit more, and this is what's happened for you as well, you're putting yourself in situations so that something's being mirrored back to you, very similar to what was going on for Vari's message as well. It's being reflected back to you because there's a part of you that needs to like I'm literally just seeing a lioness, and I'm actually seeing like I've been watching videos on lionesses lately, so I don't know, and the reason why it's being brought to my attention, maybe that is a spirit animal coming through for you. I'm being really, really drawn to that, and I'm like seeing it now as well in my mind. So it's like a lioness going like, nah, fuck you. And so there's situations as well, and this might be relevant, like there's not a lot that I say that's not relevant. I just saw 222, 2222, so that's a number sequence that it might be worth looking into and seeing what that feels like for you. Maybe go and research what numerology is and what they can mean. So 2222 and lions is coming up for you at the moment. And what I'm getting as well is like, so there's situations, so when a male lion takes over a herd and like becomes the new leader, what he actually does, I didn't know this is fucking horrible, but he'll go and kill, often go and kill the cubs of the lionesses, like they're not his obviously, so that they won't have children to anybody else basically. And this sounds really strange, like he will go and kill them so that the lionesses are more inclined to just give in and be submissive to this new leader. And I don't know why this is coming up for you. This could be something going on internally, could be happening externally, sometimes both. But I'm seeing a lioness, but there's situations where the lionesses will protect their cubs at all costs and will actually go back at the male, and they actually like stand their ground, and they're the cubs that survive. So I feel like your team are trying to remind you not only to bring that energy through. That's what's trying to come through at your moment. That's what's knocking you around like a ton of bricks, is because that energy is coming through. But remember that you're the cub in, like, for your spiritual team, and that you're protected. So even though you might not feel protected or you might not feel connected all the time, just know that like no matter what's happening, there is a level of protection there. That's really, yeah, I just got full body shivers, okay? So you might need to hear that. That might just be confirmation for you. But something's coming through. There's some sort of divine, like feminine, and I'm not talking just feminine, like, you know, dresses and pretty and hippie. Like there's some, that dark, that instinctual energy trying to burst through you. Like I'm literally just like, oh, it's overwhelming, and it's actually a little bit like it feels anxious. It feels a bit like anxiety for me. So for you, you might be interpreting this energy, this wash of energy, to be something like an anxiety or panic. I'm not sure how this is manifesting for you, but yeah, there's something going on for you at the moment on a physical level. I'm not sure how to explain that. I'm not sure how it's manifesting, but let me know if you want any confirmation or clarity. But yeah, go and check out that if it feels aligned, if you want to. I don't tell people how to live, but you know, twos in general, like maybe look into that, but specifically the double twos, if that means anything for you, and lionesses. So, and like the dark feminine energy, because I feel, yeah, rejection. I'm getting that again. I'm getting the burps. Okay, so there's a part of you that's fully rejecting that natural, that instinct that we all have, and we, male or female, doesn't matter whether you're male or female, we all have a dark feminine energy, and it usually comes through in times like where we're really vulnerable, like childbirth and stuff like that. It's just like we're bare down, just like no, we don't have a choice. We just do what we've got to do, and it's instinctual. Our body's just snap into mode. So there's something that your body is trying to communicate with you. I hope this helps. Marie, your name coming out for that too, so maybe that's something going on for you as well. You might be needing to explore your dark feminine energy, okay? Because I just started switching my attention now to tune in for you. Okay. And see, my throat chakra is clearing up now, so I'm just going with it. So I'm not going to put on a schedule for readings. I'm just going to do them when I feel called. And just see what happens. And I had a beautiful chat with Vari. Thank you so much for your support and confirmation, because I was starting to be like, oh my dear God, like it's so hard to get routine and structure, but in this sort of line of work, not that I call it work, yeah, there's no such thing. Okay, so all right, let's go down the path now. I'm going to move on now to Marie. Again, Amanda, Vari, if there's anything that you want clarification on, let me know. I can absolutely do that. Now, Marie, I feel like some of this general message was for you as well, but maybe not to the extent of maybe the other guys. Specifically for you, there is something that you're trying to bring into balance for sure. I'm getting an energy of like burden. Like you're carrying something, or you have been carrying something, you're like starting to put it down, but I kind of feel like the choice is being taken from you. Correct me if I'm wrong, because we've got like Two of Pentacles, we've got Ten of Wands, and we've got Tower. Now, when a tower's around, people don't like the tower. They're just like, oh my God, that means my whole world's going to shake up and it's not going to be good. But I'm a big believer that towers bring new energy and they help us clean out what wasn't for our highest good. So I feel like something's happening. I'm getting really drawn to like the creative energy. So I don't know what that means for you. Something to do with the throat chakra. I'm getting blocked. I'm feeling blocked again. It started to clear, but for some reason your energy, I'm really feeling that. And I'm being drawn to like head over heart. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is to do with like a job sense or something in your personal life. And I'm also being drawn to and like shown like a cactus. Okay, I don't know whether you're the cactus or there's just someone in your life that you just can't sort of get past their boundaries. Could be you, feels a bit more like you. Maybe you're presenting in a cactus way, meaning like, I'm here, all good, don't mess with me, I will fucking prick you. Like, and I won't have to do anything. You'll do it to yourself. It's not my fault if you get pricked. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting for you. Now, where I'm getting this burdensome and stuff like that, and this dark feminine energy keeps coming through, okay, so this isn't a bad thing for anyone that's like having this reading, but this burden that you're carrying is this armor that you carry. Maybe it's you're like not allowing your soft side to come out. Maybe you've come out and like gone back in again. I don't know if that makes any sense. But you're juggling something, and I feel like it's your masculine, your feminine energy, but it's also your creative side and your like analytical, like logical step-by-step side to you. And I feel like they're not in harmony at the moment. because there's something that your head's telling you that you need to do, but your heart's leading you somewhere else. But I'm getting, it's creative. I keep getting drawn, like I'm getting drawn to, like, you know, I'll show you this picture here, like I can't stop looking at this. So this is, for me, is like, whilst you're doing all this, maybe you're just like, nah, I just want to focus on some creative project. Like I'm just doing my own thing at the moment. And it could be anything. So cactuses might be something in the garden. Are you gardening? I don't know. That could be something. But for you, like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's like something's reached a season. Something's reached a season. And you're feeling it, you know it, but you're trying to hold on to something and maybe regrow it elsewhere. It sounds so strange, but something's got a season, because I'm seeing, like, how do I put it? I'm seeing new growth, but I'm not seeing it here where you currently are. So it's like where you currently are, something's finished up. I'm not sure what that means, but then I've got new growth, and then I've got a tower. So like in order of like how things are playing out for, or how I'm seeing it play out for you. And the butterfly is coming here as well in your reading. The butterfly is popping up as well. So I'm wondering and feeling, so like when I sort of feel into this, are you in the caterpillar stage where you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like whatever, and you're getting a bit more flowy, might be binge eating, or just like letting go a little bit, but then there's a part of you inside that is just like, no, the more I let go, the more I have to deal with. I can't not do anything, so then I have to deal with it. So it might be a bit of procrastination, which is not even a thing. Like, honestly, procrastination is really just when you're not feeling in balance yourself, and the energy is just not there. So that feels like for you. And I'm being drawn to as well, like, how do I word this? What am I trying to say here? This one, hold on, there's another one that wants to come through. Okay, I'm just going to go a little bit deeper, just because there's something that I can't quite articulate, and I'm not sure. Something I'm feeling for you, and it's like maybe like you're reaching for a quick fix solution for something, or you have been up until this point going for quick fix solutions. Just give me a minute. But now you're realizing that there is a holistic, okay, this is where your head and heart is. There's something traditional, or there's a way of doing things that's quite traditional, but now you're like really trying to move over to the holistic version. But the holistic version requires a level of stillness. That, I feel, is where you're struggling. And there's a part of you, I feel, that like you just want to sort of get shit done. I just want to get shit done. But then the current energy you're in is maybe like, I can't really get shit done because there's just so much to do. And the stuff that you're maybe focusing on, so the overall energy is 6 of Wands, which is a victory. It's like success, it's achievement. But I'm wondering if the head over heart decision has something to do with achievement, like, you know, is achieving something what's going to be for your highest good, the highest good of everyone, and going to bring you happiness. Does that make sense? I don't know, I have to watch this one back, so it's not making sense, but clearly something's trying to come through. So it's kind of like, and then I've got the 3 of Cups here. Now this is often my card that there is like, it can be a third party if it's referring to a relationship. And don't take this the wrong way. People can be like, what the fuck? If it resonates for you, then it's for you. But I'm getting that in your world, someone could be in your job, I'm not sure, but someone is seeing the way that you're like doing something and it's throwing them off. And maybe you feel like someone's breathing down your back, or someone's like watching, or someone's like just, you know, in your energy, and it's bothering you, and it's maybe throwing you down the, I really just want to get into my creative mode and just like fuck everything else, I'm just going to do what I want to do. So I feel like someone has come in or is already there that is pushing you to be out of balance, and it's stirring you up naturally, because I've got a Tower moment here and Three of Cups, so there's a third energy coming into your energy. So we've got your energies that are trying to come into balance, and someone's coming to throw it in the mix, and it feels uncomfortable. As I said, like, I feel I'm being drawn to, like, it's gonna sound really funny, like, this is my band that I got, which is like a magnet, and it's, you know, the copper and stuff like that. So there's a lot of healing properties in this. And I feel like whilst all this is going on, you are really energetically supported. Like, you are, and this is actually meant to happen. So God knows what's going on. I don't know the specifics for this, but I feel like whatever's happened is meant to happen, because how you were kind of going wasn't sustainable, wasn't working, wasn't for the highest good. So someone's coming to throw off the balance to some degree. Like, it could even just be the job you're in. It could be a particular person. Oh, rejection. So you're rejecting it as well. I feel like you're definitely rejecting it. That's coming through really strong. I'm getting reflux. So I'm wondering as well if this makes sense for you. If you're now trying to get some confirmation, or just trying to, like, because I feel like you're open and you're intuitive and you're aware of some of this, but maybe not aware of how the bigger picture could be playing out. And I feel like the message coming through for you today is your inner world is a reflection of your outer world. And we used to say this all the time in sessions. So if there's someone coming and throwing off your balance, it's time to maybe look at what you can see that you can relate to, or is there a version that you haven't been able to understand about, you know, there's a particular character that you haven't been able to, you know, have common ground with, and go and do that sort of work and be like, okay, is it because I don't have common ground with them because I've suppressed a version of me that is like that? Do I not have common ground with them because I just really genuinely don't like them, and, you know, there's just something about them I don't like? Look at that. There's something in that. But I'm getting, like I said, that this, I don't know if you're creating something or what it is, but there's something about creative energy and flow, which is really important right now, because this energy is throwing you off so that you can get to that path, because that's the path that you will kind of, that smack bang down the middle. There's one side, there's this side, and then smack down the middle, there's something creative. I can't put my finger on it. Let me know. I'm super keen. What are you creating? Or what is it that you're kind of thinking you'd like to create? Like, it's like a path that you're being faced with. But energies are throwing you off because it's trying to, like, it's going to sound really funny. I'm saying a soccer game, or like a sports game, and you're trying to shoot the goal, but you're like so distracted by what's going on and trying to kick it to everybody else, maybe to get them to help you shoot the goal, but the goal's right there. All these people that are playing the game with you, they're either designed to be your offense or defense. I'm not sure I've said that right. Like, they're either one side or the other. But it's all a game designed to get you to shoot the goal. In many, many cases, there's like an element of teamwork, yes. But, like, you're right there. There's something that you're right there with, and Spirit wants you to know that. You're right there. You don't necessarily need somebody else to do what you need to do. They're there for a distraction, and they're there to kind of give you a little bit of a motivation to make that final kick into the goal. Don't know what that means for you, but I'm getting like the cup and the, you know, it's kind of like you're already in a position, if you can come into balance, to be able to do something. I don't know how else to explain that. Like, it's a very positive reading for you, but I feel like you're in a level of being very uncomfortable, and there's something you're rejecting. So let me know if you feel comfortable, of course. But yeah, okay, I think that covers it. I think that's everything. Nothing else specifics coming through apart from there's some sort of level of rejection there. So yeah, not sure what I'm tuning into, but tapping out now. Hope this helps. Hope this gives you a little bit of confirmation with how you're traveling. Would love to hear from you. Been hoping to catch up with you. And yeah, I'm going to just assume that if I'm doing a reading for you today, that it's aligning in that way, because it might be something that you need to hear. So hopefully this helps. I hope everybody is going well. I hope this helps, and yeah, definitely let me know in the comments. This is a private space. This is literally only, I think, the 4 of us. You know, looking to build it over time, but no rush. It's more just a space that's private, safe. We can connect, we can share. I can do readings that are a little bit more specific, a little bit more focused on areas that are most important. And as you guys know, making lots of products and stuff like that as well. So there's going to be a lot more options there for you to utilize some membership benefits. So yeah, much love. I'll talk to you all soon.